beautiful souls, to the Mind of the Crochet Designer podcast. I am so excited because it's just a few weeks until the challenge starts, the challenge to find your unique crochet design style. And today I want to dive even deeper in what created my big breakthrough in my crochet design journey. And the reason I want to do that is because it is so special to finally get your design seen and that you are recognized as a crochet designer. And this is something that everyone and anyone can experience if you have a dream to really tap deep into your full creative potential and also just have fun with crochet design, because crochet for a lot of us is simply also a hobby or a passion, and it would be such a shame if we would only view it as a means to an end, the end being making money with your hobby. So it has been such a journey for me, and I know I've already shared this before on the podcast. It took me over 2 years and 8 design releases before I got my big breakthrough as a crochet designer with the Hotel of Bees shawl. I really struggled in the beginning to find my voice because I simply loved too many things. I loved knitting, I loved sewing, I loved crochet, and I was like, well, this is just my thing. I'm just going to cram everything that I love into these designs, and other people will love it as well. But it turned out that it did not really work that way. I also was really creating from a very uninspired place. Mainly, I was creating a shawl because I needed a shawl. I created a table runner because we wanted to put some extra thing on the table. I've created a basket for my sanitary pads simply because I needed it. So it was really coming from a place of need instead of from a place of creativity. And I already see so many crochet designers putting stuff out there that does not get a lot of attention, a lot of comments or likes or sales. And it's just such a waste of your time and creative resources. I know that a lot of crochet designers and crochet designers to be simply yearn for that recognition and to actually being able to say, I am a crochet designer with confidence and actually make money, actually get paid for your crochet design time. And I also, there's this trend of like at the beginning of the year, there was like this challenge around releasing one design a month. And I could totally do that too. And a lot of you are doing that as well. But I rather not burn myself out because I really want crochet design to keep being fun and light and not a chore, because that's what it is for me. Like in the last podcast episode, I talked about crochet design income. That's episode 25. And I could totally do like one release every month or every 2 months or every quarter. But I really love to be able to love my job because I chose to make my passion into my work, but I wanted to stay a passion. My big example, my crochet designer example, is Marinke from A Creative Being. She committed suicide in 2015, and she transitioned from doing it just for fun, for a hobby, into doing it full time. And just after a few months, she totally burned out creatively because she was producing, and she said, "Well, it's simply not a hobby for me anymore." And that's just such a waste of our playfulness, our creativity, the whole reason why we loved crochet in the first place. So let's get to the my big breakthrough. My big breakthrough was simply because I found my own voice, my crochet design voice. And I've called it a unique crochet design style. So, what is this actually? This is, you can view it as your own crochet design signature, a combination of things that you absolutely love and this is important, that others love from you as well. It's something that sets you apart from the rest so that you can actually stand out with your crochet designs. And it's also something that your customers can recognize that comes from you. I mean, just look at your most favorite designers. They probably all have a very distinct and recognizable style. And you probably also like most, if not all, of their designs because they design with a certain style that you love. And if we go past crochet design, just simply look at famous painters. What did Picasso or Van Gogh or Dali create that you can instantly recognize their work, and also what sets them apart from other painters? It's simply their unique style. So, why is it important to create with your unique crochet design style? Because you can, of course, just simply create what you want. I mean, that's totally possible. But creating with my unique crochet design style, so that's shawls and blankets mainly inspired by books and nature, and using mainly overlay crochet, filet crochet, and texture. And oftentimes I use two colors. So that's like, in a nutshell, that's my style. So when you design with your own recognizable style, the key here is that customers that bought from you previously will more likely buy from you again. And this is important because this creates a loyal customer base. And a loyal customer base is the foundation of reliable crochet design income and thus a successful crochet business. And also, when you create unique designs, it makes sure that you stand out in the crowd, making it more likely that you get your design seen and patterns bought. So you actually get the sales you want, which we would all love, right? And I just want to share that when I started to create with my unique crochet design style, that really got me my big breakthrough. I mean, my sales went up, my social media following grew. I got asked all the time to collaborate with yarn stores and magazines, and I even had to say no to most of them because at the time when I got my big breakthrough, I was still working full time back then as well. I got in the referee top 5 with almost every design I published after that. I even attracted a contract with big yarn brand Scheepjes, which accelerated my growth even more. And it also ensured that I can now say to work as a crochet designer full time. And it also ensured that I could make the decision to work as a crochet designer full time. So, I can hear you thinking, am I already creating with my own style? Maybe you are, but you just haven't seen it like that. So let me just give you 3 signs that you are already creating with your unique crochet design style. So the first sign is that you experience success. You get the sales and attention you want. That's like a very big metric that you actually experience success, whatever that looks like to you. So maybe you see your following growing with every new design release. You get a lot of pattern sales in the first 24 to 48 hours. People ask you for links to your patterns. You get asked for collaborations, like things like that, whatever success looks like to you. Now, the second sign is that people actually love what you make and buy almost everything you release. You have like this very hardcore fan base. And that's all because your style is very recognizable and people just love your style. And also, And this might be the most important thing of it all, is that you actually love your own designs. You are your own biggest fan. Let me tell you a fun story. When I did the photography for my last design, the overstory, I looked through the lens during the show photos and I was just falling in love all over again with my own design. So that's like the level of love you want for your own work. Because when you actually love what you create, that will really shine through. That energy will really pop off the screen when you do your pattern release. Now, of course, there are also free signs if you are not already working from your own style. So maybe this is something you recognize. One, it feels hard to come up with new ideas. Like you might have some very vague ideas, but not very concrete, or you have too many ideas and it's just all over the place. Which brings me to sign two, and that's it's just all over the place. So one day you are making a basket, then you are making a shawl, then you are creating with 3 colors, then you are creating with 1 color. You use different stitches all of the time. You just don't really know what you love, and you try to cram too much into one design, which is no judgment, by the way, because this was me. I always did this just too much. I was like, well, I love it all, so let me just cram it into one design. And then, of course, people are confused. They're like, well, I'm not sure where she's going with this, and they don't buy or create what you make. Then there's the third sign is, well, and this is an obvious one, is that your designs do not get the attention or sales that you expect, even though you like what you make. And the fourth sign, oh, sorry, there are even 4 signs. You are not creating from your style yet. By the way, let me just say yet, because everything can be learned. You feel insecure about your release. You're like, well, I'm not sure what people are going to think about this. Are they going to actually buy the pattern? Is this worth my time? Or you might even doubt yourself, that you feel like, well, everything has been done before. People might even say that it's unoriginal, or maybe you are fearful that you are copying other designers and that you get called out. So, those are all signs that you are not creating from your unique crochet design style, just not making what you actually love. And tap into your creative genius, because anyone can dive deep into what they really love. You just don't know how to get there yet. And that is where the challenge comes in, because I would so love to help you find your unique crochet design style. This is my personal invitation to the challenge. I will host the challenge from March 3rd to the 16th, and we will do 5 parts over 2 weeks. I've made sure that it's slowly paced, because a lot of feedback I got from the past challenges is that it was so impactful, but I did it 5 parts over 5 days. So they just needed more time to do it. So there you go. It's slower paced. And the last time I did this challenge was in April 2024. So I really don't know when I will do it again. So you really don't want to miss this. Already over 100 designers or designers to be went before you in the past challenges, and I got amazing feedback from past participants. I even did a whole podcast episode. It's episode 4. I did an interview with Mimi, and we just talked about the challenge and how she found her own voice. Very inspiring, because she was really insecure around making simple design. She was like, well, this is too easy. This cannot be it. It needs to be more complicated. And the challenge really made her see that she has a right to love whatever she loves, and that others will love it too. So, past participants said, Let me just go over some of the testimonials. It's amazing. So Tanya said she thought she would never be able to design a pattern, but thanks to the challenge, she now believes she totally can. That's so amazing. And is already seeing inspiration for new designs all around her, which is such a key thing for creating unique designs. Allison said the challenge gave her more focus and motivation to work on her designs, even when she is strapped for time. I mean, a lot of us struggle with time and energy, right? And has had multiple great ideas already fizzing in her head. And Kim said it has pushed her to step out of her safe zone and create what she really wants. So amazing feedback all around. And I am a big believer that when it's possible for me, when it's possible for someone else, it's possible for you as well. You just don't know how to get there yet, and that's totally fine. So that's why I want to personally invite you to the challenge. I just cannot wait what will come up for you. So many people already signed up. Yay! I'm just so excited. I will put the link in the show notes. You can also go to christinacrochetcoach.com/challenge and sign up there. It's totally free. It will only last for 2 weeks. So I just want to invite you. You know what's best for you, but I would love to have you there. So that was it for this episode. Thank you for listening. Talk to you next time on the Mind of the Crochet Designer podcast. Bye bye.